Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Wait until you see this flippin' knife. If you're watching this video, that means it's getting ready to drop or it just dropped. And just telling you, Devo knives sell out. So after you see this, you might want to go check them out. These are good. There's several different versions of this knife. Look at that. You get a little bit of extra thumb stud action. That's pretty cool. There's several different versions of this knife. I'll show you throughout this video what they look like. And I will put links in the description because they're going to be sold at different places. And I'll tell you about that too. But this is the new Devo Knives Tall Boy. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Oh my goodness, this thing is so freaking cool. I've already had it out. I've already got to check it out. And I'm telling you, I was looking for things. I was like, isn't there a nitpick somewhere about this knife? And look at that. It even comes with the little protector. I'm going to take that off now because you know why? This knife is going to be in my pocket. I will be carrying this thing. Oh my gosh. It is such a good knife. I'm going to ruin it for you. No, I'm not. What's wrong with it, Beez? There's nothing wrong with it. Now, before I start digressing, this right here is the Jack Sparrow Black Pearl Camo Carbon. Would you look at that? It has just the slightest amount of texture right here where you see these milling lines. And there's a few other versions. Like I said, I'll show you those here in a second. This does have a reversible clip. Look at that. It's a titanium clip too, baby. Oh my. And I think this is probably, my guess is that it's made this way so you can put a, what do you call it? A wire clip on there. I really do like wire clips. So I think that's what they're doing, is giving you the option of getting a wire clip. And you could probably go to Devo Knives and check it out. And they're calling this an exposed liner lock. I mean, I guess I get it. To me, it's more like a, what do you call it? A bolster lock, or what's the other word that I'm looking for? It's a, like a nested frame lock, but it's not a frame lock. Anyway, let me get this blade out. You got to see the blade. Ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh my gosh. Look, first, just look at it. I mean, would you look at it with the satin lines? With all the things and the stuff. Oh my gosh, it just looks so freaking good. And by the way, you can get this in belt satin, stonewash, or black wash. I don't have words. And it looks like you can maybe remove this thumb stud if you want. Oh, okay. So this has the black thumb studs, and then these are with it. And the jimping, in case you didn't know, Devo, Lefty EDC, he knows how to do jimping. This is jimpy done right. It's that micro jimping where if you go across it with your finger like this, it doesn't really stick. It doesn't give you grip. But the second you put a little bit of pressure, your finger locks. And look at this. See, the dude knows what he's doing for coming out here and doing everyday carry cuts. And oh my gosh, did I mention? Yes, I did mention, but I got to say it again. This is a hollow ground blade. This is a fantastic blade. This is the longest, it's the longest knife yet from Devo Knives. It comes in at 8 inches long. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 3.5 inch for your blade. Matter of fact, let me show you a couple stats right here. Hollow ground. You have your 3 options for the blade finish. CPM S90V blade steel, baby. And the sample testing was 62 on the HRC. Here's all your options, which I'll show you a picture of here in a second. Your hardware is T8s, and it's titanium hardware, by the way. There's your weights, and then it's an exposed liner lock. And you have a thumb hole, a thumb stud. It's made by Kubi, and the release date is September 12th at 1 p.m. You want to pay attention to that because when it releases, it's going to be gone. It's just flat out going to be gone. While I have it on the table, before I tell you about the fit and finish and action and ergos and all that, which we'll get right into, here's a couple quick size comparisons for you. Here's the Spyderco Para 3 and the QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a Penguin, right? And you know what? I got to tell you, I know there's some knives that I'm like, that's a cool one. I'm going to carry it every once in a while. And then there's ones that I'm like, that is going to be in my pocket. That's going to be a carry knife. That's what this one is. That is the feel, the action, how just everything about this one screams, yep, this is going to be in my pocket. Now, you're going to be able to get the 80s camo carbon at traditional pocket knives. And then at White Mountain Knives, you can get the Stonewash titanium. It has the Stonewash blade and the blue titanium accents. On Blade Binge, you can get the Brittany camo carbon with the black wash blade and the black tie accents. And then on Devo Knives, you can get the purple nurple, or this one right here, the Jack Sparrow Black Pearl camo carbon. And if you wondered, left and right, 0 blade play. So side to side, up and down, there is no blade play whatsoever. Look at this. Look at that. They're calling it a liner lock. I kind of think that it's a frame lock, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong on that. I mean, I don't know as much about knives as Lefty does, but it reminds me of a nestled frame lock. I've never seen a liner lock that comes out and it gets thicker. I'm usually saying thinner, but it's thicker. And look at this, the pass-through. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen so much pass-through? Now this, need I say more? I mean, that is a pleasure. It's pleasurable. That is so nice. It is, I mean, it's dreamy. That much room to get your thumb in is like, wow. I mean, really, I'm just going to do it a couple more times just for your benefit to see how easy that is. If you have arthritis or you have finger issues or anything like that, you're not going to have to dig down with your thumb. You don't have to push really hard. You just slide it over and then, oh yes, give it a couple little shakes. But the fit and the finish are gorgeous. The action on this thing, it just comes flying out with authority. There's using the thumb stud. Very easy on the thumb stud. And then for reverse flick, you can use your index finger. You can get up under there. There's not a ton of room, but it still sticks out. That thumb stud sticks out just enough where you can easily reverse flick it with that finger. And if you want to reverse flick it in the favorite reverse flicking fashion, you can use your middle finger to reverse flick it. Now the ergos, you all know the size of my hand, right? You've seen my videos, you know the size of my hand. Choking up, so good. Look at this. And the jimping just locks me into place. And the fact that they put this jimping out here is, that's being thoughtful right there. That's thoughtful right there. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Opening packages, because the majority of what the average everyday carry knife is for is just what we do, you know, open it up Twinkies, open it up, you know, some Doritos, tactical swing. You know, I can't help it when I open any kind of bag, like an Amazon bag or something. One of the things I know that my knife is sharp is just when it glides through and doesn't catch or anything like that. This, oh my gosh, this, I'm just telling you, this knife, if you can afford it, get this knife. And I have 10% off, so you'll get 20 bucks off of this knife wherever you go to get it. Your code should work. But the action, the fit, the finish, everything about this knife is so good. It's a prime example of what you get with Devo knives. There's the DK right there. This is a captive pivot. It has caged ceramic ball bearings, S90V blade steel, which is very impressive, very, very impressive indeed. Excellent jimping. I mean, there's not things to nitpick. I mean, you know, you can even sharpen this bad boy. You know, your plunge grind ends up about right there. You're going to be good to go for some sharpening. And I really do love those satin lines. There's something about having the satin lines and then the flat is going the other direction. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. I can't help it. This is a fun knife, and it's one that I'm going to carry. It's one I'll be proud to show off, and I like how lightweight it is. It's very lightweight. This one only comes in, I think it's this one, what did it say? 3.1 ounces? A 3-ounce knife for this much knife, an 8-incher. And it's going to get, oh, speaking of which, let's see, in and out of the pocket. So your pocket clip, it takes a little bit of effort to get it in there. This line right here is kind of grabbing my pocket just a little. I wouldn't call it a nitpick. It'll definitely keep it in your pocket, but this particular line right here, I'm feeling it having to fight just a little bit to push into my pocket. But when you have a premium knife like this, you don't want it falling out of your pocket. So there you go. There is the new Devo Knives Tall Boy, and I hope you're able to get one because this knife is fantastic. I'm carrying this knife today. I'm glad that I finally got this video out, so now I can start carrying it. Because I don't want to carry it, because I use my knives and I'll probably get all kinds of gunk on it and scratch it up a little bit. But that's what this is. This is going to be an everyday carry folding knife user for me. So let me know what you think about the new Tall Boys and go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.